Okay guys, today we're going to talk about Mary, Queen of Scots. So Mary, Queen of Scots was born on December 8th, 1542, and she was the first ever Scottish queen to rule in her own right. At 6 days old, Mary, Queen of Scots, her father, James V of Scotland, dies, which makes her queen at just 6 days old. At the age of 5, Mary was moved to France because she was betrothed to Francis Valois. Now this is where things get different from the show versus history. Mary did not spend her time in France in a covenant. She spent her time with the royal family of France, with Henry II of France and Catherine de' Medici as basically her caretakers. In the TV show Reign, it only shows 2 of Mary's husbands, Francis and Lord Darnley. Now, Mary did believe she had a stronger claim to the throne, which she did because she was the great niece of Henry VIII. And yes, Elizabeth was Henry's daughter. However, she was considered not after he Anne Boleyn. So technically, sisters Mary and Elizabeth had no claim to the throne, which is why Mary took it by force. Now, because Mary, Queen of Scots, believed that she had a stronger claim to the throne, Henry II of France also wanted a claim to the throne, which is why he convinced Mary to wear the English, Scottish, and French coat of arms. Now, this is where things get a little bad for her. Now, this is why Mary, Queen of Scots, married Lord Darnley. Lord Darnley had a strong connection to the English throne, which would make Mary have an even stronger claim to the English throne. Mary in all had 3 husbands, but he was the most important because, yeah, she had him, killed. And she also had her one and only child, which is son, James, with Lord Darnley. Now, in Scotland, there had been a power struggle between the Protestants and the Catholic. And remember, she's the Catholic queen. In Scotland, people believed it was better to have a Protestant queen than a Catholic queen, which is what started the Scottish Rebellion, which is what landed Mary in jail for the first time. In order to ensure that she gets out of prison and to at least make sure her son is okay, she abdicates the throne, which is why she ran to England. Now, this whole Catherine de' Medici and Mary relationship did not happen in real life. Catherine did not like her, and as soon as Francis died, she kicked Mary out of France, which is why she ran to England in hopes that Elizabeth would help her get the Scottish throne back. But instead, Elizabeth put her in jail for 19 years. Now, when I say imprisoned, Mary was imprisoned in a castle with servants and ladies. She wasn't in the Tower. After 19 years in prison, she met her end on February 8th, 1586. She died at the age of 44, and her last dying wish was to be buried either next to her first husband, Francis, or next to her mother. Elizabeth didn't comply. Who do y'all want to see next?